Did you know that stroke is the second leading cause of death worldwide? It's a staggering statistic that many people aren't aware of. That's a scary thought, right? But understanding the risks and signs can help us be better prepared. We hear so much about cancer and car accidents, but stroke often flies under the radar. It's not as talked about, yet it's just as deadly. Today, I want to talk to you about something super important: your brain. This incredible organ controls everything we do, think, and feel. Specifically, how much blood and oxygen it's getting. Your brain needs a constant supply to function at its best. You might not think about it much, but a steady flow of blood is crucial for your brain to function properly. Without it, things can go wrong very quickly. What happens when that flow is disrupted? Well, that's when we run into serious problems. Well, that's when things can get serious. A stroke can cause permanent damage, or even be fatal if not treated promptly. Often, before a major stroke, there's a warning sign, a kind of mini-stroke. These are called transient ischemic attacks, or TIAs. In this video, I'm going to break down 9 warning signs of a stroke that you absolutely cannot ignore. Recognizing these signs early can make all the difference. We'll talk about why they happen and what you need to do if you experience them. Knowing what to do can save precious time in an emergency. Make sure you watch until the end, because this information could literally save your life or the life of someone you love. Stay tuned, and let's get started on this crucial topic. Let's talk about the first warning sign: persistently elevated blood pressure, also known as hypertension. This condition is often referred to as the silent killer because it can go unnoticed for years while causing significant damage to your body. Now, you might have heard this term thrown around before, but it's important to understand why it's such a big deal. Hypertension is not just a number on a chart, it's a serious health condition that can lead to life-threatening complications if left unmanaged. Imagine your blood vessels like a network of highways. These highways are responsible for transporting blood, oxygen, and nutrients throughout your body. When your blood pressure is high, it's like those highways are constantly jammed with traffic, putting a lot of stress on the walls of your blood vessels. This constant pressure can cause the walls to thicken and become less flexible, making it harder for blood to flow smoothly. Over time, this constant pressure can damage and weaken the walls, making them more prone to rupture or blockage. This damage can lead to a range of serious health issues, including heart disease, kidney damage, and vision loss. And guess what? A rupture or blockage in a blood vessel in your brain is essentially what causes a stroke. Strokes can lead to severe disability or even death, making it crucial to manage your blood pressure effectively. So, keeping your blood pressure in check is absolutely crucial. Regular monitoring, a healthy diet, regular exercise, and medication if prescribed are all essential steps in managing hypertension. If you've been diagnosed with hypertension, it's essential to follow your doctor's recommendations for managing it, whether that's through lifestyle changes, medication, or a combination of both. Don't take it lightly. Remember, managing your blood pressure is not just about avoiding a stroke. It's about maintaining your overall health and well-being. So take action today and make your health a priority. Now, let's talk about the second warning sign: excessive fatigue. We all feel tired sometimes, right? But we're not talking about your average end-of-the-day fatigue here. We're talking about a level of exhaustion that's persistent, overwhelming, and just doesn't seem to go away with rest. This kind of fatigue can be a sign that your body is working overtime, trying to compensate for something being off. And one of those somethings could be related to your circulatory system, including the blood flow to your brain. If you're experiencing this kind of unusual, unrelenting fatigue, it's essential to listen to your body and get checked out by a doctor. Don't brush it off as just being stressed or overworked. It could be your body trying to tell you something important. Moving on to the third warning sign: vision problems. Our vision is precious, and any sudden changes should never be ignored. When we talk about vision problems as a potential warning sign of a stroke, we're talking about things like sudden blurriness, double vision, loss of peripheral vision, or seeing flashing lights. These visual disturbances can happen if the blood supply to the part of your brain responsible for processing visual information is compromised. It's like the signal from your eyes to your brain is getting interrupted. If you experience any of these sudden vision changes, it's crucial to seek immediate medical attention. Don't wait to see if it goes away on its own. Chapter 4. Let's talk about the fourth warning sign: a sudden and severe headache. Now, I know what you're thinking: Dr. Mike, I get headaches all the time. And you're right, headaches are incredibly common, but the type of headache we're talking about here is different. This isn't your typical tension headache or even a migraine. This is a headache that comes on suddenly, seemingly out of nowhere, and hits you with an intensity you've never experienced before. It can feel like a bolt of lightning or the worst headache of your life. This kind of headache can be a sign of bleeding in the brain, which is a medical emergency. If you ever experience a headache this severe and sudden, call 911 or get to the emergency room immediately. Chapter 5. Moving on to the fifth warning sign, numbness or weakness in your body, especially on one side. Have you ever woken up from a nap with a numb arm because you were sleeping on it funny? That's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about a sudden onset of numbness, weakness, or tingling that you can't explain. This can affect your face, arm, leg, or even just one side of your body. This is a major red flag because it could mean that the blood supply to the part of your brain that controls those areas is being affected. If you experience this, it's crucial to seek immediate medical attention. Time is brain when it comes to stroke, so don't delay. Chapter 6. Now, let's talk about the sixth warning sign, speech problems. We all stumble over our words sometimes, especially when we're tired or nervous. But we're talking about something different here. We're talking about a sudden difficulty speaking, slurring your words, or having trouble finding the right words to express yourself. This can happen if the blood supply to the part of your brain responsible for language is compromised. If you or someone around you suddenly starts experiencing these speech difficulties, it's crucial to seek immediate medical attention. Don't wait to see if it gets better on its own. Let's move on to the seventh warning sign, and this one might surprise you, hallucinations. Now, when we think of hallucinations, we often think of things that aren't real, like seeing things or hearing voices. While hallucinations can be caused by a variety of factors, including mental health conditions and drug use, they can also be a sign of a neurological problem, including an impending stroke. If you're experiencing hallucinations, especially if they're new or unusual for you, it's essential to see a doctor to rule out any underlying medical conditions. Now let's talk about the eighth warning sign, neurological problems. This is a broader category that can encompass a range of symptoms, including confusion, dizziness, loss of balance or coordination, and even seizures. These symptoms can occur when the blood supply to different parts of your brain is affected. If you experience any sudden or unusual neurological symptoms, it's essential to seek medical attention right away to determine the underlying cause. Finally, let's talk about the ninth warning sign, loss of coordination. This can manifest as clumsiness, difficulty walking, dropping things, or trouble with fine motor skills like buttoning your shirt or writing. This can happen if the blood supply to the part of your brain responsible for coordination and movement is affected. If you notice a sudden onset of clumsiness or difficulty with coordination, it's important to see a doctor to rule out any serious underlying conditions. So there you have it, guys, 9 warning signs of a stroke that you absolutely cannot ignore. These signs are crucial to recognize because they can be the difference between life and death, or between a full recovery and long-term disability. Remember, knowledge is power, and recognizing these signs early can make all the difference. Early detection and prompt medical attention can significantly improve outcomes and save lives. Now let's talk about how to prevent a stroke in the first place. Prevention is always better than cure, and there are several steps you can take to lower your risk. It's all about living a healthy lifestyle. Control your blood pressure, as hypertension is a major risk factor for stroke. Regularly monitor your blood pressure and follow your doctor's advice to keep it within a healthy range. Manage your blood sugar if you have diabetes, as high blood sugar levels can damage blood vessels over time. Maintain a healthy weight, as obesity increases the risk of stroke. Exercise regularly, aiming for at least 30 minutes of moderate activity most days of the week. Eat a balanced diet rich in fruits, vegetables, and whole grains. These foods provide essential nutrients and help maintain a healthy weight. Avoid processed foods high in salt, sugar, and unhealthy fats. And avoid smoking and excessive alcohol consumption. Smoking damages blood vessels and increases the risk of clot formation, while excessive alcohol can raise blood pressure and contribute to stroke risk. By making these healthy choices a part of your daily routine, you'll significantly reduce your risk of stroke and other chronic diseases. Encourage your family and friends to adopt these habits as well, creating a supportive environment for everyone. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends and family. Sharing this information can help others become more aware and take preventive measures. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more informative videos on health and wellness. Stay tuned for more tips and advice on how to live a healthier, happier life. Thanks for watching and stay healthy. Your health is your most valuable asset, so take care of it every day.